Ever since I could remember, games have been a way of life for me. Combat the Asteroids, Centipede the Missile Command, I've played them all. Eventually, all the games seemed the same to me. It was time for something more. I had to get inside. Many years I spent scheming. A new box and some salvage gear was all I had. I thought I would never make it in, that I was doomed to a life of plain reality, until one night when things just went too far. I guess sometimes you gotta be careful what you wish for. Where the?
Oh, that looked unpleasant.
Where am I?
So someone's finally made it in here. Plenty have tried, you know.
Hey, aren't you that Tomb Raider bird?
Well, it's Lara Croft usually. Perhaps you're a little lost.
I am lost. I feel a little funky.
Is that so?
Well, I keep hearing this voice inside my head, when all I'm trying to do is beat some cool games.
Well, coming inside is the first step, Tim.
Right. But now that I'm on the inside, I'm more confused than I was on the outside, just hanging in my room.
Listen to the voice. I'm sure it'll help you.
It's gonna be a long day.
Well, I'm going to have to leave you to it.
Wait!
Just use your head, Tim. It often works for me. Bye.
This kinda sucks. And am I screwed?
Ah, don't be such a wuss.
Hey, who are you? And don't call me a wuss.
You must use your brain to beat them at their own game.
I don't know who you are, or how you're even talking to me, but you gotta be more specific than that, bro.
I see. Not such a cyber genius after all, are we, Tim?
Hey, you're the big game brain. Why don't you help me out and quit screwing around already?
All right, I guess I'll have to spoon feed you. The object in Oddworld Abe's Odyssey is for you as Abe to free your fellow Mudokons from enslavement by Moloch the Glutton. The cool part of this game is communicating with the other players using game speak.
Hello.
Hello.
Follow me.
Okay.
Now, you don't have a lot of firepower, but your psychic chant can wreak havoc. Hold down R1 and L1 until the chant envelops the slig. Take possession of your enemy's souls and use them for your own means. Press circle to let the bullets rip. When you're done with the slig, chant again to kill him, or mutilate him some other way. You'll never have to start over in this game if you don't want to, because you have infinite lives. And trust me, you'll need them. In Rupture Farms, your goal is to free all the Mudokons inside. The tricky part is finding them.
Follow me. Okay.
When you hit the dead end, use your chant to control the slig, and hit square to pull the lever and deactivate the laser. Now chant again to pulverize him. Take one of the Mudokons with you.
Hello. Follow me. Okay.
Sneak by holding down R2 while you walk. The sligs can't hear you when you tiptoe. Free your buddy by chanting at the circling birds to open a portal. Now go back and save your other buddy. You can even go through certain portals yourself.
Oh man, I gotta try this. What a rush!
To save all your dudes, you'll have to find the hidden areas. A lot of hidden areas are behind objects. In this hidden area, jump by pressing the triangle button. Walk quickly under the meat grinder and pull the lever. Then roll under and off the ledge. Drop down and do a standing jump to the right. Hang from the ledge until the slig jumps over you. Then pull yourself up and the ugly slig will kill himself. Pull the lever to close the hole and jump back across. Climb back up and then walk under the grinder and pull the lever. That will slow the third grinder enough for you to get the Mudakin to follow you through. Now pull the lever again to turn off the laser and slow the grinder, and have one of the Mudakin follow you. They will fall to the level below. Now drop down and open up the portal to free your 2 green pals. Climb back up to save the other Mudakin. Over here, grab this noose-looking thing and then jump through the floor. Stand in front of the boom machine and press up on the D-pad to get a grenade. Blow up the slig below, and then get another grenade and drop down. Then jump over the ledge. Go as far right as you can and then blow up the mine. Now climb back up to reset the portal and then use your chant to open the portal and free the Mudakin. Climb back up and activate a portal for yourself and run and jump through it to transport yourself back to the main level. After saving all your boys, you are ready to go on to the next level. First, you have to get a grenade from the boom machine. Then ride the pulley to the top and throw the grenade to blow up the mines. Then jump down and quickly escape. When you first get to the stockyard, watch out for the scrabs. These bad boys could be the most vicious creatures on Oddworld. They'll even kill each other. Make sure to check out this hidden area by the first scrab. Don't move when the sensor beam is on you. Once you're out in the open, look for this hidden portal. First set the bomb, then have one of these guards chase you to his own death. Grab some rocks here by walking past the bag. Then roll under here and ruin this dude's nap. And roll to check out this hidden area. Blow up this slog. Make him chase you into the mine. Make sure to slip in here. Now climb down the edge. Monsaic Awakening is really a transitional level where you can practice your running and rolling and jumping in wells. But be careful here. Even your own dude will kill you if you don't know the password. Get the map from the directory. Then follow it to the directory where you hear the sound of the bells. Then use your chant to take possession of the bells and open the door. Pull the flintlock switch to light the holy fire. Pull the lever to activate the wells. And then decide whether you want to get slaughtered by the paramites or scrabs first. In Paramonia, the first thing you want to do is get rid of the sled. Then jump up and load up with some rocks. Now pull the lever to activate the well. Stand on the edge of the screen and throw a rock to blow up the mine. Jump in the well and then ring the bell to call the Elam.
Wait.
What the hell is that, and how do I kill it?
Follow me.
You don't kill it. He's your friend. The Elam will help you get to places you can't get to on your own. Imitate your fellow Mudokons to get their help, and sometimes even get special abilities. Sneak up to the slig and throw a rock to blow him up. Over here, throw a rock at the nest to get the elam's attention.
Okay.
Leave the elam and climb up to the well. Use the slig at the top to do your dirty work. Then blow up one of the mines with his sorry body. Drop the pulley and pick up the elam. When you fall through and shoot back up, climb down the side, pull the lever, and get the password. Then soar back up and climb down the other side. Then jump in again to join your flea-ridden chum. Now get ready to enter the Paramonian Temple. First, get the slig's attention, and then jump in the well. Take possession of his soul, and clear a path for yourself. Retrace your steps using Abe to enter the Paramonian nest. The object here is to light all the holy fires in order to finish Paramonia. In this nest, climb up to the top, making sure to grab some meat on the way. Get the bloodthirsty Paramite's attention by throwing meat, and then set off the trigger to get the wheel rolling. Then return to the hidden area uncovered by the wheel. Now climb back down and go over to the directory and listen to the bells. Distract the Paramite and climb down. Throw the meat and quickly pull the lever and climb back out. Toy with the Paramites. And safely ring the bells with your chants. In this nest, drop rocks to kill the Paramites by stepping on the floor switches. Use standing jumps to hang from the ledge so the bats don't kill you. In this nest, a Mudokon will give you the power of the spirit rings. These will allow you to blow up anything on the screen. And all the holy fires are lit, you'll go back to the Monsaic level. Now try your luck in Scrapania. The first thing you do here is make the slig freak out by starting your chant. Then set the bomb and climb down. Drop a rock on this slig and then pull this lever from the left side. Jump in the well on the first screen and kill the slig on the top. Now call your smelly buddy to come take you for a ride. Get the spirit rings and blow up the bomb. Make sure to get the password on the way down. Once the bombs move away from you, use your spirit rings to blow them up. Now get on your elam and run like the wind. Activate the well to get some rocks. Then go into the cave and get the spirit ring. Pull the lever and run all the way back, so the bees go for the elam and not you. Repeat the password and have a blast in the well. Now it's time to enter the Scrabanian Temple. First, go left and into the portal. Duck behind the rocks.
Whoa, these guys are dangerous.
And slip into the Scrabanian nest. In this nest, drop down by the first scrap. Then roll under and listen to the bell. Then climb up and pull the flintlock switch. Then go back down and exit on the other side. In this nest, first pull the switch, then jump in the well. Jump in again to reposition yourself on the ledge. Listen to the bells, then run past the first two wells and into the third. Pull the lever on this ledge and run into the well. Pull this lever and then climb down and head to the left well on the right screen. Pull the flintlock switch. Now jump in the well and then chant away at the top. Once all the holy fires are lit, You will return through the stockyards to Rupture Farm. On your return, you'll find that Rupture Farms has changed quite a bit. Zulog 1 is pretty straightforward. Use the skills you've learned along the way and get yourself to Zulog 2. Use the slig to talk to the security monitor. Sneak past the slig and blow him up with grenades from the upper level. Use the second grenade to set off the mines on the floor. Free the 2 Mudakin, then kill the slig on top with the last grenade. Pull the switch and head for the door. Then take control of the slig and treat the slug to a hearty lunch of slig meat. Take possession of the second slig and get ready to blow away some slugs. Save the Mudakin and get out of there. In this door, do a quick pull and run off the ledge. Then take possession of the slig. Turn off the laser and free all 3 Mudakin at once to become the Shrikal and kick some serious butt. When you get to Zulog 3, sneak left and wake the slig. Then take possession of him in the next room. In this area, kill all but 1 slig and use him to get past the monitor. When you get here, tell the Mudakin to look out. And blow the slig to pieces and free your bud. In this area, jump over the first mine. Pull the lever. Blow up the chant suppressor. Destroy the slig. Throw a grenade from the screen to kill the second slig. Ride the pulley to the top and pull the lever. This board is simple if you're not worried about saving Mudakin or your Kwama. Simply climb down right by the door. When the slig is lowered on the pulley, begin your chant, and then get on the pulley when he jumps off. Then pull the lever and escape. In Zulog 4, ring the service bell and take this slig on a tour. In this area, use grenades to destroy the slugs on the bottom. And then use the sligs for the ones up top. Just make sure that the last one's dead before you drop the gun. Now you've made it to the final board. Moloch's boardroom. Okay, so you've got 2 minutes to get out, so you better cut corners where you can. From this ledge, you can jump straight across to the ledge with a lever. Watch the top of the meat grinders. So the first one disappears, make a roll for it. You don't need to save this Mudakin to finish the game. So if you're running short on time, say adios and send his family your condolences. Just be aware that there may be a cost to letting too many of your cousins eat it. Your Kwama controls the outcome of your game. Decisions you made early on will affect you later. For instance, if you decide not to save a Mudakin in order to save yourself, they'll remember what a jerk you were.
Who's gonna rescue me? He wasn't any good. He wasn't really that good. He shot us. What do you think? He was a schmuck. Well, how about you? I don't get it. No, boss. No, guys, no. Let him.
Truth is, you only need to save 50 Mudakins in order to become a hero at the end.
Come on, Brain. Quit screwing around.
In Armored Core, you're a member of an elite class of mercenaries who do the dirty work for a bunch of big corporations like Chrome and Morocco. Like all good mercenaries, you're in it for the money. The more dough you get, the better stuff you can buy. Before you start a mission, you have to prove your mettle at the testing ground. This is where you can get a handle on your controls and feedback systems. First, you've got to perfect the technique of strafing. Use your R1 and L1 triggers to run from side to side while keeping your guns locked on the enemy. You can also use your boosters to avoid enemy fire. R2 and L2 are for targeting. This can be tricky, so become a sharpshooter before moving on. When you're in close to an enemy, press the circle button to take him out with your laser blade. When you have the LS3303 or Moonlight laser blades equipped, you can do an awesome power wave. But to do this, you're going to have to be surgically enhanced. When you first start, keep failing missions until you're 50,000 short. Some dudes will fix you up. Then you can press circle, then X for the power wave. Once you have the skills, you'll need to know how to use your radar to detect enemies. Blue dots are enemies above you, yellow below, and red are on the same level. Also press the start button to consult the map on the tricky level. The first mission is all about making a quick buck. Before you start, equip your AC with a missile launcher so you can lock onto these punks from long range. At the beginning of the level, inch forward just enough to get the enemy in missile lock. Take him out from a distance and you'll be safe. Then there's one last enemy who's hiding at the end. Just lock on, then use your boosters to jump up and shoot him from midair. Now you're ready for something with a little more precision. You've got to rescue a transport truck filled with some really potent stuff, so stick to lock-on weapons to avoid any stray bullets. And don't smash any cars either. It'll cost you big cash, plus your insurance will skyrocket. Take out the guy on the left first, then lower the two mechas away from the transport truck. Once you blow them away, take out the last two, and you're ready to move on to the next mission. Now you're going to destroy a bunch of security mechas. You want to be fast and furious in this mission, so equip your AC with light armor and a big generator. Just make it through quickly, running around and blasting these guys from midair. The next mission is to attack an urban center, where you get paid to destroy as much stuff as possible. Equip your AC with heavily armored parts, because eventually the 5-0 is going to show and want to take you out. Stay evasive once they come and make your way to the rooftops, where there's more stuff to blow up. Stay alive for 3 minutes, and you're cool. But not as cool as you're gonna be in this snowy secret reconnaissance mission. If you want to kick it on this level, use more armor on your AC. Go west, then take out the flame-throwing jets with your plasma gun. Then lock on and blow up the lock with your gun. In this one, you need to rescue a survey team, so you're gonna need to be speedy. Pick up the four-legger so you can cruise through the level, blasting metal in your path. This mission contains floating robots that will jam your radar. Grab a head with a filter, or just take them out with laser or machine gun fire. Then take out all the depots and check the map for hidden ones. You'll find another set of depots in the last room. Shoot them from a distance so the explosion doesn't wreck you, and then head in for a freebie. The best place to guard the train is actually from the top of this hill. Use missiles to take out your enemies quickly. If you do well, you may have time to pick up this free AC head as a reward. Now you've got to destroy the generator. The tough part is getting out alive. Take note of the entrance. You'll need to find it later in a hurry. Buy time by using exploding weapons on small targets. Drop all the elevators to the bottom before you blow the generator. It's much faster to fall. When riding the last elevator to the top, start flying about halfway up to speed your escape. It's time to play pest control and exterminate organisms. Visit the shop and get a souped-up head with a biosensor, or else you won't be able to detect these juicy fellas. Also, make sure your head has an auto map feature, because this level is a little bit of a maze. Once you're in, don't waste your ammo on these little guys. Save it for the queen. Now it's time to hop on a blimp to stop an enemy attack. You'll want a heavy AC with big weapons that can take a pounding and won't be knocked off the blimp easily. Jump to the top of the blimp, then lock onto the fighters with your missiles as they fly by. Use the position of the blimp's gun turrets to help you spot the enemy and trash them. This one's another maze, so make sure you have auto map installed. In order to destroy the security mecha, you're going to have to find them, so check your map often. If you get stuck by locked gates, go to the farthest hallway on the map, where you'll see a narrow window. You'll see a lock on the back side of the gate. Artfully aim your gun and blow it to bits to make your way to the control center. Now this mission is where it gets ugly. You've got to destroy the computer from a downed plane. Once the transport drops you off, stand on the ledge and destroy the flying robots with your homing missiles. Then take out the nose of the plane, but don't waste your ammo, because reinforcements are coming. To get this guy, circle him using your strafe attack to avoid his missiles as you blow him away. Well, those organisms are back. This time, you gotta set them free, so don't kill any of them or you'll be fined. Equip your AC with rockets, which are great in narrow corridors. Have lots of patience and use your map view to make sure you don't miss anything. Time to put an end to a gas exposure. Unfortunately, the gas shreds your AC's armor, so you better hurry. Check your map for a hidden hallway. Blow out the wall, and you'll be on your way to finding out where the control centers are hidden. Check your map to make sure you don't pass anything by and get out of there before your AC is totally trashed. All right, this mission is dangerous but basically simple. You've got to destroy the intruders. Use your map to check out the safe landing spots, but be careful or else you'll get barbecued in the flames. It's time to retake the air cleaner. You start off at a big air cleaning unit that's a big maze of pipes and tunnels. But here's the catch. You don't have to kill every enemy. Your objective changes once you find out they put poison gas in the ducts. But first, you need to get some free stuff. Go to the east wall, and on the ceiling is a grate. Blow it away and fly in. And at the end of the tunnel is a free weapon. Now, drop back down to the main floor and jam over to the west side. In the floor is another grate. Destroy it and go in. Follow the tunnel until you see an enemy mecha and the tank of poison. Demolish your enemy, but be careful so you don't blow up the tank. Grab the tank and you are out of there. The big Syndicate Chrome is on its last legs and wants to have another go of it. Just arm yourself up good and strong. Grab a big gun and you'll be okay. Once you've beaten them, you've got to mop up their remains. It's a search and destroy mission with a surprise at the end. Try taking along a 6-missile launcher to take out this big guy. This last level is another exercise in deception. The mines are unimportant. Go into the second room and give it to these losers. Then go down the elevator in the next room and into the mine room. But don't worry about the mines. Just destroy the rest of the mechas with a powerful weapon like the plasma gun. As soon as you take out the opposition, you'll get all your energy back, and the level will continue. Take out all the lasers attached to the floating blocks with a good solid lock-on from your plasma gun. And carefully make your way up the blocks. Jump on the blocks that move up and down since they're easier to land on, and they'll actually help move you up the building. Once you get to the top, follow this mecha down the hole, and then back up to the second room. At the top, you'll find the central computer, and I think you'll know what to do. Now that you've conquered the game, you may want to take on a friend in the versus mode. In Treasures of the Deep, you are an ex-Navy SEAL who gets off on underwater exploration. You're also after some dude named Simon Black.
There's Simon Black.
Old Simon's a wealthy industrial tycoon who's looking to take control of the world. In each mission, you'll be given your dive objective. But there are a few things to remember about this game. You're always underwater, so you'll definitely need some air. You could buy air, but why buy when you can get it for free? Blast other divers and get their air and other goodies. But along the way, you should snatch up treasure chests, gold coins, and other interesting artifacts. Netting anchors, turtles, and lobster traps will give you extra gold. Sharks won't, so ignore these suckers. Or if they give you a hard time, put them on the endangered species list. Explore and blow up as much as you can. Always check your map and sonar for stuff you've missed. A black square means you left something behind, and in this game, every inch counts. Almost all boards have a secret tablet that you'll need to get to the final board of Atlantis. And after each board, you'll get the result of your dive. So the more loot you pillage, the more you get to buy.
Cool, shopping.
Hold on, Timmy. How much cash do you have on you?
But I don't have any pockets.
Well, everything here costs money, so for your first mission, you're stuck with what you have.
That's it? 10 nets?
That's all, huh? Well, you better get wet and find out what Treasures of the Deep is all about. Treasure. In Wreck of the Conception, you must retrieve the Ruby Vatican Cross.
For extra gold, net the lobster traps.
Who the hell was that? Hey, Game Brain, you got a wife or are you trying to get in touch with your feminine side?
No, Tim, that was your dive coordinator. She'll give you tips on how to get more money and hints to where the secrets are hidden on each board. Try riding the manta ray. He'll bring you to some goodies. And the first tablet piece. When you've knocked off all the cargo subs and nabbed the cross, surface and see how much loot you acquire. Now that you finally have some cash, you can do some shopping. Med kits and air ponies are a smart shopper's best buys. You'll need them for later. Hitler's Lost Gold is a good place for earning. It has plenty of gold and very few bad guys. Your first mission is to quickly deliver the time bomb. The currents will speed you along the way. Use the map and steer your way towards the red dots. Try to nab the hourglasses. That'll give you more time. Once you get to the boulder, select the time bomb by pressing the triangle and press the square to release it. Now get some distance from that sucker. Now go back to ground zero and destroy and pillage everything on the ocean floor. You can also retrace your steps to pick up any gold you may have missed. Once all the chests are recovered, find the ancient Greek frame of Atlantis, and you're out of there. Before you go on to Montezuma's revenge, stock up on air and med kits. The cave system is so tight, no other subs besides the USN R1 will fit. Another good thing to have is night vision goggles or plenty of flares, because it's dark in those caves. The currents and whirlpools are good things to transport you to other parts of the board. You will have to blow up part of the cave system to enter a secret room with a tablet piece. Watch out for the falling rock overhead. Shoot the proximity mines with your gun. They'll cause a heap of damage otherwise. Find the figurine to open the door to the skull rack room. Then follow the caves until you come to the door. Shoot the paddle switch to open the door, and kill the aquatic monster with some mines. Or just jet right past him to get to the skull rack in the next room. Now get out of the caves to the surface before the piranhas and alligators get you. By now, you should be sitting pretty with cash. You're gonna need a faster sub for the next board, because things are gonna get rough. With the porpoise, Diver's Straits will be much easier. Your standard gun is excellent for destroying chained mines. Or if you're a good shot, shoot the first one and set off a chain reaction. Then to recap the oil spills, one well-placed mine is all you need. The oil rig can't absorb more than 2 mine hits, so go easy. As always, blow up everything to acquire more weapons and wealth. Speedboats and enemy subs go down easy when you use seeker mines and missiles. Find the only sunken speedboat near one of the oil rigs and blast it. Then pick up your tablet piece and head for the shower. For Sub Trafficante, you'll need a deep-class sub. Sell your speedster and buy yourself an underwater tank. These big daddies can take a whooping and handle a huge payload. So stock up on your weapons if you've got the cash. Pick up some magnetic mines and some UV missiles. They're attracted to gym-suit divers as well as subs. Wise choice while shopping, and they're great for killing unseen enemies. First, destroy all cargo subs and pick up all the floating torpedoes and other goodies. Weapon crates on the floor have mines and UV missiles. Blow them up to get more firepower. Once you've picked off the last cargo sub, pump a few bullets into the sunken cargo ship. Search the hull of the ship to find the tablet piece, and you're out of there. You can ditch the heavyweight and go for the sleeker, faster model sub for Bermuda Triangle. But if you're low on cash, go back to the board you already cleared and get rich. The Viper will outrun enemies and beat the currents of whirlpools. Grab plenty of nets for all the floating passengers, and then get wet. The Triangle will play tricks on your map and sonar, and even your weapon system. Just speed out of the area until everything returns to normal. Then line up the red dot on your sonar scope, and it will lead you to your objective. The first thing is to snag Dr. Rayachek in the midst of the plane wreckage. If you don't, it's going to be a fight to get him back. Toss a mine at the sunken wooden ship near the upper right-hand corner of the map and retrieve the tablet piece. Then net up all the passengers and flight data recorders to complete the board. Make sure you purchase the ROV in this tricky subterranean fiasco for a quick getaway. The sharks are numerous and hungry in this area, so keep moving and shooting. First, you'll need mines to blow up the shield generators. Try to nab the guard towers and enemy ROVs surrounding the generator. And torpedo the arms of the nuclear reactor. But before you surface, make sure you check out the tablet that's hidden in the top middle square of your map. Pick up some UV missiles or seeker mines for those pesky enemy subs. Extra med kits might help on this one. There are tons of angry subs out there. Shoot all seismic devices with torpedoes, or a well-placed mine could knock off a couple. When you exit the tunnels, make a hard right into a secret tunnel for super med kits, air, and the tablet piece. Now use your standard gun to shoot the chains on the escape pods. But be careful, a mine for an enemy could cause calamity for imprisoned researchers. Net all dead researchers for extra cash. Or just get out of the chaos and surface after you free all the pods. You'll have to get another burly sub for this board and some night vision goggles because you're headed for the bottom of the earth. This board will be tough because of the enemy subs, gym-suit divers, and smokers. But if you shoot everything, you can chalk up a huge amount of cash. With these big subs, this super speed code might be handy. Pause the game and input this code. Once the first rocket booster is kaput, follow the map to an elevated landing. It looks like a donut on your map. That's where the tablet lies and some helpful power-ups. Now keep moving towards the second rocket booster and plant a mine. Be sure to get some distance when you knock off the fuel tank. That puppy will blow. And destroy the rest of the shuttle wreckage. Net the sunken satellite at the corner of the map to send it home. There are many dangers on this board, so if you're done with your missions, don't hang around. Surface and get some decompression treatment. You're going to the South Pole, so you'll need a dry suit and a new sub to keep you warm in safe passage. You'll have to be patient on this one and escort your ships to Simon Black's nuclear sub. Torpedoes will sink icebergs that pose a threat to your ships. And you can shoot the mines with your standard machine gun and save your other weapons for the boss. There's a trench in the large reef in the middle of your map. Inside are some goodies. A tablet piece, some med kits, and a plasma bomb. All of which you'll need, because wrecking Simon Black's Seawolf class sub is no easy task. Keep moving and plant your biggest bombs on him. If Simon escapes, no big whoop. You've got one more chance to get him. Welcome to Simon Black's secret ice base. By now, you ought to be sitting pretty with cash. So blow it on all the missiles, mines, and bombs you can handle. Destroy all the torpedo launchers to open the first doors. But keep your distance. You will see them before they see you. Once inside the cave system, bring down all the power generators. Be careful of the floating torpedoes. Shoot them with your gun or drop a mine to destroy a bundle of them. A cluster of ice spikes leads to your last tablet piece and a ton of more goodies. After the power generators are down, go to town on the underwater crew bunkers and hangars, but save some of your weapons, because the fat lady is about to sing, and it may just be for you. Simon's got a lot of firepower and armor. Never take him head on. Always keep moving and try to get behind him to plant a plasma bomb on him, or try to maneuver a mine right on one of his weapons. But if you're really sneaky, try this and drop the mother load on him. After Simon bites the dust, you're in the clear. Now you have all the pieces of the Atlantis tablet, which will get you into the bonus board of Atlantis. And since there are no bad guys to worry about, you should have no trouble finishing this mission on your own.
Hey, wait! I want to toss it. Aw, man. Hey, Game Brain, you know anything about the new game day?
Of course! I even witnessed the creation of this one.
Cool, let's check it out.
To make Game Day 98 more fluid and lifelike, they used motion capture technology on some of your favorite players. They even got the dancing in.
Looks cool. But these guys seem to need some help out here in the field. Oh, bad call. Hey, Game Brain, what do you have for these guys?
Game Day 98 has a ton of options. The most important one is the style you choose from the main menu. In arcade mode, you get faster gameplay and really big special moves. In the simulation mode, you get the ultimate in realism. And in total control, you get all of the realism of the sim mode, plus some great advanced controls. All right, the only way you're gonna win is if you know the controls. So let's get a handle on them first. Simulation mode also allows you to use most of the total control moves. So let's go over them. First, check out the offensive controls. When you're running, use your X button for a quick speed burst, your square to dive for a pass or to make it over the pylon, and your triangle to hurdle your way to a TD. In sim mode, your circle button will perform the most appropriate special move, or you can use total control. The circle will spin you to shake off a sticky defender. Use your triggers to stiff arm a bulldog defensive back, or use the R2 trigger to juke and throw an attacker off. If you're about to get dogged and you've got an offensive teammate within 5 yards, you can pitch the ball to him with the L2 and R2 buttons. In fact, if you hold down L2 with any of the buttons, you'll get an advanced version of the move. L2 plus circle is a double spin. L2 plus X is a shoulder charge. And L2 plus square is a high dive that'll let you make it over the pileup for a TD. If you're expecting a pass, use the square button to make him dive, or L2 and triangle to make a one-handed catch. If you're just starting out, let the computer take care of choosing your receivers for you. Just snap the ball and the computer will throw to the most open receiver. Or press X after the snap to bring up the passing icon, and then take your pick. Also, you can vary the type of throw you make. For a lob, just tap the X button, and to bullet it to a receiver, hold it down. But if you really want to score some major yardage, you'd better learn to use the Total Control passing mode. This lets you really be the QB, so you can lead, underthrow, or overthrow a receiver. To initiate Total Control passing, after the snap, press L2 and X while pressing a direction on your D-pad. If you want to under or overthrow, press the button of the receiver of your choice along with the D-pad up or down. To lead the receiver, do the same thing except press left or right on your D-pad. Also, you can throw out of bounds to avoid a sack. Just press your R1 or L1 trigger to toss that baby away. Total Control is a difficult thing to master, but once you do, it can take your game to a whole new level. So now it's time to talk about your defensive controls. And you've got a ton of options to let you take out even the strongest offense. You can switch to the man closest to the ball with a circle button. Use your X button for a speed burst to catch up to the man with the ball. Grab onto him with a wrap tackle by pressing square. Use your triangle to jump and intercept or deflect a ball in midair. The same rule about the L2 button applies here. Press it simultaneously with a button for an advanced version. L2 plus X will do a powerful shoulder charge that can jar the ball out of a runner's hands. L2 plus square lets you do a high tackle from a distance. It's sure to do some damage. Or on a passing play, hold down L2 plus circle to switch to the deepest man in the coverage. Then press L2 plus triangle to make a one-handed deflection or interception. At the line of scrimmage, the left and right triggers will push those pesky linesmen out of your way with your swim move. All right, you're ready to get into a serious game. Regardless of your favorite team, you should learn its strengths and weaknesses by checking out their ratings. This will help you choose the plays that are best suited to your team. Don't just rely on a passing game. If you don't mix it up, the computer will be onto you like glue. So now that you know to use a little variety, let's see what the offensive game's gonna look like. Try using short and quick slant passes like this slant and go or bounce. This is a quick way to move the ball forward without risking an interception. Also, the sweep plays can move you far up the field. If you're trying to jam some yards on an out pattern like this pro red play, rifle the ball by holding down the X button, especially if you're throwing up the middle. Also, a good way to avoid defenders and bag some long completions is to try to hit the corners with plays like the single back corner. Another smart idea is to run plays where your half and fullbacks are receivers coming from the backfield like the quick outs play. This will throw off the defense so you can hit a first down. If you aren't sure if the defense is playing man-to-man or zone defense, run a man in motion. If it's man-to-man, the moving guy will clear off a defensive back. Or better yet, call an audible to really throw him off. Now, once you've gotten to the goal line, choose a short run play like the halfback dive. Now, if you want to be able to take out a blazing offense, listen up. First, the best defensive guy to control is the middle linebacker. Pick him with your circle button. If you're expecting a pass, use zone defenses to increase your chances of picking it off. Zone defenses are usually indicated by a T-shaped white line in the playbook. Select the deepest man in coverage and try and snag it. Develop an eye for the patterns the computer follows. The computer almost always kicks on a fourth down, so choose your plays accordingly. Also, you should learn to compare the formations from your playbook with the way the players are positioned on the field. This way, you can learn to anticipate the types of plays your opponent will make. Once you've got him figured out, use an audible to confuse him and beat him with a different play.
Green 47, blue 22, hot!
Good stuff, Braino. Okay, guys, huddle up. Now listen to the brain. Let's get our act together. Ready? We're gonna
3rd and 5.
Green 47, hot.
Touchdown, Patriots.
Oh, I need a break, man.
Something I got from Laura. I think this will cheer you up. Adventurous. Intelligent. Alluring. Laura Croft. Enter her world.
I always knew that raiding tombs was a way toward a better and more interesting life. But all the publicity it's caused has been a bit of a surprise. I was born on February the 14th, which my father, Lord Henchingly Croft, always maintained was a special day. Something I tried to keep in mind while away adventuring. Last year, I celebrated the day by tracking and trapping Bigfoot in the Rockies. My family, though, have been less than convinced about my chosen lifestyle and have ceased to associate with me. Even my monthly allowance has been terminated. I still keep a modest mansion in England, though. Unfortunately, have enough savings to indulge in a nice bit of weaponry. Thugs and posers have no value in my book. Shooting is an art. If you've got a gun, you need to know how to use it. Well, I've got to run. Keep an eye out for me in my next adventure, Tomb Raider 2.
I gotta get back in there. Stuff hurts my head. Hey, Cole, it's Crash. What's up there, you crazy bandicoot dude? Whoa. What's that all about? Hey, Game Brain. You know anything about the new Crash game? Game Brain! Game Brain! Come on, help me out down here! Game Brain!
Damn it, Tim. I was just getting to know Laura a bit when you called in. You gotta learn to do some stuff on your own.
Hey, man, I'm in Crash 2. Help me out down here. Give me a break.
All right. In Crash Bandicoot 2, there are new ways to destroy boxes, attack enemies, and even a few new ways to die.
You better work it out.
You'll also find new vehicles and jetpacks to get you through the level. Also, make sure to look out for question marks in the background. They'll lead you to all kinds of goodies. Just choose from these first 5 doors. Let's start with Snow Go. Wow, you'll have to watch your footing here, or you might just crash into something you don't want to. To reach the high boxes, you'll want to do a super jump. After you've jumped on the platform and gone up, look out for stomping columns. After you land, make sure to back up for some secret fruit. Now it's time to hang 8. Jump onto the jet ski and ram all the boxes. For the bandicoot eating plants, you'll want to run up and spin your heart out. You'll also find that it's sometimes easier to jump over distances with the long jump. Press the circle while running and then X the long jump. Make sure to stay away from the mines and to jet past the whirlpools that lie in your path. After you pass the piranha, quickly jump by the hippos. Nail high pickups by cruising over these ramps. jet through the middle of these two whirlpools, and you're almost there. In Crash Dash, it's time to be chased by a mean old snowball. If you run into mines, just keep going. You might just still make it. Look for this question mark. Then jump and time your spin for this box. You'll want to use the speed pads to pick up the pace, or else you might just get squashed. You'll find that Ripperoo's one scary Jekyll and Hyde boss. Stand clear of the explosive boxes, and then strike him after the nitros explode. When you've completed all the levels on this warp room, you'll now be able to walk onto the center platform and head upstairs for some more fun. The new snow levels in Crash 2 definitely take it up a notch. Make sure to watch out for these porcupines, and don't forget these boxes either. Next, watch out for the falling icicles. To get these invisible boxes, you'll have to pass them, and then do a super jump on your way back. After you've touched these explosives, walk away very carefully. In Air Crash, ride the question mark to the bonus level. When you see the metal framed boxes, you'll have to do a body slam by jumping up and pressing the circle button. Talk about a cutie. He's your ride through this snowy path. When you get here, you'll want to head to the little extension and jump at the last second. In Crash Crush, to get by some of the energy fences, you'll need to slide under them and jump really quick. Don't miss this question mark. Crawl under for some more fruit. Once you reach the sewers, watch out for the eel that electrifies the water. And these spiked-looking rodents don't mess around. Make sure not to spin into their spikes. In plant food, to get by this vortex, let it suck you in a bit, then jet out with the circle button. For these whirlpools, space yourself as perfectly as possible. Jetting here might sink you. Time to visit your favorite Huggy Bear again. You'll have to do a long jump to get by some of these places. Timing is everything on this level. Now this bear's not so cute. To get by the fence, spin as you touch it. Remember to slide under the electrical fences as you run. Hesitate on this level and you'll be a nice snack. Now this tiger's a toughie. To beat him, you'll need to make him follow you onto a red platform and then quickly jump to safety before it falls. You'll have to make him fall 3 times before you defeat him. Now that you've reached the alpine woods, watch out for these grenade-throwing plants and their spikes. Run as fast as you can to pass the beehives, and the bees will leave you alone. Now it's time to take off. Watch out for flames, hot pipes, laser beams, loose wires, and electrifying personalities. Attack him every time he stops emitting electricity. After the second time, he should open the door for you. Crash Bandicoot 2. Crash never had it so good. To Tomb Raider 2. Just when you thought it couldn't get any hotter. Laura's back, and she's not messing around this time. She's got a new look, lots of new moves, and new equipment. Oh, and let's not forget a new wardrobe. Yeah, she's a Tomb Raider, but this one starts out in open air for once. Even so, there's still a bunch of rats around. Head to the left, blasting up the vermin in your path. Hit this switch and pick up the flares. Then head back to the main hall and wax these thugs. Shatter the glass to get to this secret area. To get by these uptight fellows, stand to the right and get as close to the blades as you can. When the blade begins to rise, make a break for it. Hit this switch to open the secret door. Go back to the main hall and climb up like this. Push this to make enough room to jump across. Now it's time to try out those new rock climbing skills. Then take a leap of faith and make your way down the alley. Drop down to the platform and jump through the secret door. Blow away these hounds. And toast the thugs. You'll find the way out through this hidden passage. There's a lot more levels to go, packed with all the standard fare, plus all kinds of new stuff that'll draw you into her world. Blasto is out to save Uranus from the pair-headed Bosch.
Blasto, Uranus is in big trouble.
What did I do this time?
From the occasional butt scratch to shooting aliens.
Oh, mama!
This game will crack you up. Also, unlike any other game, once you've loaded Blasto, you won't have to load ever again. Well, that's only if you can beat it without dying. Blasto starts off in Spaceport 1. And though the main objective is to make it to the exit alive, you might well want to risk your life to save these Blasto babes. Not only are they hotties, but chances are they'll give you something special. To save Uranus, you'll have to vaporize tons of Bosch minions. Either zap them a few times or hold down the button for a stronger blast. Look for all the pickups you can find.
I could do with a couple more of those bad boys.
First, press this button. Pound these annoying critters. Then take a look through this telescope. Blasto, babe alert! To free her from captivity, hop onto the platform and press the button on the other side. Now return for your reward. Hop over to the button with this symbol. Press it, and then jump down and make your way to this newly opened transport tube. Once you make it down, if you're feeling rebellious, try pressing one of the Do Not Press buttons. Red boxes can be zapped to oblivion. Now use the trampoline-like platforms to make your way to the top. Cling to the ledge and slide to the right. Green crates are for pushing. Push this one and climb up to the top. After you've destroyed your enemies, jump past the floating platforms to find a button labeled Field Lock. Press it, and the door will open right in front of your eyes. Now head down the tube and you're off. In Spaceport 2, you'll find yourself on a center platform with 4 paths. Make your way to the reddish path and climb up to the top. Take out the paratroopers and then go for a jump. To jump higher, just hold down the jump button when you're on the trampoline-like platform. When you're solid gold, it means you're invulnerable. No worries for now. Once you reach the top, you can shoot the glass if it's in your way. Pressing the button here starts the circular maze of platforms. To make it through, you'll have to figure out when and where to jump next. To open the door on the other side, break the glass and press this button. This opens the door. The exit sign speaks for itself. The only problem is that the exit's not open, so you'll have to come back later. For now, head back. This path will be open. Go down and make your way to the first button. The next button in the area is for rescuing the Blasto Babe in the cave. After you're done, head back up and go for the green path. Here you'll find a secret on the right. Stand at the edge and jump on the platform. Then get the invisibility pickup at the top. You'll have to be quick for this lap, but make it across the moving platforms before your invisibility wears off and you can follow a paratrooper into the bathroom. What you do there, you'll have to guess. Now go back the way you came. Pass the flamethrowers and press the button. You'll have to go back to the starting point again and now climb up the blue path. Keep going and pass another pair of flamers. And you're on your way to Spaceport 3. Spaceport 3 is the final part of the spaceport area. The only door that's open lies at the top of the blue mass of columns. You're not making it through these stompers just yet, but remember the sign in front of them. Now press the button and head to the top of the green mass of columns. This button here controls the stompers. Press it to slow down its frequency. Now head back to the stompers, and once you've passed them, head to the large platform with the blue edges. You can destroy these generators to stop the mass production of the iBots. You don't really have to, but they'll swarm you if you don't. Now get the item at the top of the third trampoline platform, and then back to work. The button at top frees your babe in captivity. Now jump down to be with her. The button here opens the orange shield for you. After you've pressed it, jump on the green platform in the center. Now you'll have to go all the way back to the beginning and make it across to the reddish platform. Make your way past these platforms and these corridors and destroy the generator. Now you can press the button. On your way back, watch out for snipers. Take this shortcut and then pass the stompers and jump up. Push the green crate and head higher. Now jump across, aiming for the lower right platform. There is a secret do not press button on the right. It's good for a laugh. At the top lies a button. Use it to start the vortex of platform. Now head back to the bottom and jump on here. The platform will bring you down and towards the final boss of the spaceport levels. Fighting Force is a totally new kind of fighting game. It's got multiple players and combo moves like the fighters, but you get to run around and interact in 3D worlds. You can get all kinds of hidden weapons by destroying stuff around you. You can even get a quick refreshment, but all this comes at a price. You can also get nailed by the passing traffic. All the characters have the basic kick, punch, and grab moves, but each character has their own strengths and personal ways of doing things. Alana's a lot faster than her friends, but not as strong. She can still toss them around, though. She's got an awesome low spin kick. She also has a slide move you can do. Just press X while running. Hawk's the only one with a special jumping spin kick. He can also grab and do a lot of painful things to his enemies. He's got another great forward kick you can do by pressing circle and square. And a backflip by pressing circle and double tapping back. Mace is a little slower than Alana, but she's stronger. She knows how to slap these bad guys silly. She also has a special low spin kick you can use. The Smasher is the strongest, though slowest character. He has an earthquake move that'll bring his enemies to their knees. Check out his running roly-poly attack. Remember that his strength is one of his greatest attributes. Fighting Force has got all the elements of a classic fighting game, including a battle arena mode, combined with a new interactive world.
Okay, Now for the big one. Okay, Game Brain. I picked up a lot from you so far. I think I've got it from here.
You really think you're up to it?
I think so. Final Fantasy VII is 3 CDs long. Its awesome graphics and cool gameplay make it the ultimate role-playing experience. But it's not an easy one. Here's what you'll need to know to get you through the game. First thing to remember, as with most RPGs, is to talk to as many people as possible. If you get stuck, try talking to them again. They may have something different to say. You start off in the reactor, and you've no worries until you set the bomb and come across the guard Scorpion boss. Hey guys, don't attack him while his tail is up. Oh, these guys never listen. After you beat him, make sure you talk to your guys on the way out, or you'll be trapped. The next important area is the wall market. The object here is to rescue Tifa from Don Corneo's mansion. To do this, you'll need to start by talking to certain people at the Honeybee Inn. There are 2 key items you need to get into the mansion, and 3 more if you want to be special. The first 2 are a silk dress and a blonde wig. Then there is sexy cologne, a diamond tiara, and lingerie or bikini briefs. To get into the Honeybee Inn for the lingerie, talk to this guy. Continue talking to people along the way, and that will guide you through the rest of the level. Finally, change in the dress shop. After you save Tifa and defeat the sewer monster, don't forget to pick up the yellow orb on your way out. Pick up items and cans at the train graveyard and jump into locomotives to move them and get by. Your next challenge will be when you meet Reno at the top of the pillar. He will encase your dudes with a spell. Attack your own guys in order to free them. The next goal is to get into the Shinra headquarters. To do this, you must complete a few things first. First, stop by Eris's house to learn the fate of Barrett's daughter. Next, head to the wall market and stop by the store with the machine gun sign. Pick up some batteries from the guy on the left and head to the top of the town and follow the kids to the right. Climb up and use a battery to start the propeller. Then jump on it and make your way to the top. To get to the top, take the stairs on the left. It's kind of a long walk, 60 floors, but hey, exercise is good for you. For access to most of the floors, you will get key cards from talking to people along the way. For the 61st floor, you must sneak past the guards. To get to the 62nd, talk to the guy roaming around. The 63rd's a bit tougher. First, go to this room and touch the panel. Then open these doors and climb through the vent. Open the final door to get to the last item, and then back to the room to trade your items in. For access to the 66th, you must get several Midgar model parts and stop to fix the center model with each part. You'll find access to the 67th in the toilet. Follow the scientist to the 67th floor and pick up the orb by the save point. After you're freed from prison, follow the blood trail to the 2 big bosses. Equip your guys with magical materia before you head down the elevator for the first boss battle. Magic attacks will cross the divide. After winning this battle, equip Cloud with Restore Materia for the next boss battle. Here, come on, fetch. Come on. You know there's something wrong with the dog that won't fetch. Make sure you kill these guys first. Now it's your first encounter with that funky little bird known as the Chocoboo. There'll be a lot more in them later, but for now, just talk to them and get your first summon materia. Come on, baby, do a little dance for me, huh? Woo! The chickadee. Woo! Come on. Come on. Be the ostrich. Come on. Buy a Chocoboo lore materia and some greens from the guy in the barn. Equip your weapon with the materia and run on the tracks outside the farm. When you get in battles that have Chocoboos in them, don't attack the chicks. Defeat the monster and you will earn the Chocoboo. You'll need one to ride by the snake in the swamp. After you've climbed out of the Mithril mine, head west to Junon. Head to the beach and beat the monster who resides there. His traps can only be beaten with magic. Then it's time to rest. You'll now be rejoined with your friends and receive a materia from the girl. Now head back to the beach. While swimming with the dolphin, space yourself so that when you blow the whistle, the dolphin places you on the beam. After your televised march, don't forget to go into the stores, and make sure to go into this man's store. On the ship, once you've talked to everyone, go and talk to Eris again. After Costa del Sol, you will reach Mount Corel. To lower the drawbridge, go into the little shack and flip the switch. Right next to the shack has a little secret. But before you leave there, there's another little secret. Follow the tracks that lead to the bottom and just keep on going. After North Corel, you're headed to the Gold Saucer. Make sure to go to Wonder Square first and Battle Square last. You'll know why when you get there. In Corel Prison, head to the house past the save point, and then go to the top right. Make sure Barrett has restore materia for this battle. Now you'll be off to the races. Make sure you pick up the red orb before the race. After the race, use your buggy to cross the rivers on your way to the wrecked town. There are 2 orbs for the finding here. One is in the wreck, the other is on the path out. Head to the top of the village and talk to the wise man. Go to the shop on the 3rd floor and buy some HP Plus and MP Plus materia. They'll be useful later. Then pick out 2 other characters to join you and bring them to the wise man. Now head over to the bonfire and make sure to talk to everyone there. You will now be able to enter the large door to face some new baddies. In Niblehem, you can crack the safe on the 2nd floor. But to gain the items inside, you'll have to defeat a big, ugly monster. You might want to come back and do this after you've gained a few levels. Once you defeat him and get the key and the materia orb, go downstairs and get Vincent. Now climb the ladder to get down the cavern and fight the materia keeper. First, check out the airplane in Sid's backyard. It looks like a cool ride. You gotta ask Sid if you can use it. He'll probably refuse you, but head back to the house and see if you can find some other way to get it off the ground. Head through the river surrounded by mountains. Once on the other side, chat with a man in the house on the peninsula. Then go to Dio's room at the battle square and get the orb. Now it's time to have some fun. Been on a date lately? Depending on who you've treated best so far, determines who you'll be going out with. But be careful how you act or you might just get a little red in the face. Now's a good time for you to add Yuffie to your crew. You don't need Yuffie to finish the game, but she's kind of fun to have around. Head over to the Western continent where you are likely to find her. When you do, defeat her and answer her like so. Then head to the village on her island across the ocean. Talk to the suits in the bar, then open the box in the item shop. You'll find Yuffie behind the dividers in the house by the entrance. If she gets away, check the jar by the bar, and try striking the gong in the temple area for access to the secret door. If she escapes again, go to the bottom left path of the Statue Mountain to find her. Once you have her, you should rest up and equip her with restore materia for the upcoming family feud. Beat her family who live in the pagoda to get the Leviathan Orb, which allows you to summon the mighty sea serpent. Catch the old man in the maze above and you'll get a healing save point. Catch the old man at the bottom and you'll have made it through the maze. At the clock, go to 6 and catch the man and open the door. Then go to 12 to fight the big boss. First, go to the forest and get the red orb by walking up to it. Find the miner by the village and he will help you get the Luna Harp. Place the miners in these places and then dig where their crosshairs meet. Go back through the forest and after you've searched the area at the end, get some rest. The next day, go through the opening and then on to completing Disc 1. In Icicle Inn, get the map. It will help you in the next area. The only way to leave the village is to be rude to the man at the end. Once you evade Elena's punch, you can get the snowboard from the kid. Then it's time to shred it up. There are a few cool things to get in the maze at the bottom. The first is an enemy all materia, found in a cave in the center of the map. The second is the Alexander summon spell. First touch the hot spring, then go east of the center cave, and follow the path to another cave. Then touch the blue dude. The third is called the added cut materia. It can be found on 2 paths in this direction. The last thing really worth getting is the safety bit. Follow this pattern to the cave. Then follow this pattern to the exit. To beat these creatures, use fire. To get by the first cave, you must push the boulder. In the second cave, break the 4 icicles at the top. To heal before the monster boss, touch the spring of light. After you beat the monster boss, climb up the side of the mountain. To pass the energy fields, wait till they fade. It's all a matter of timing. Go past the reporter and head up to the airship. After you free Tifa, run to the far edge of the cannon. Next, fly off to Medill and find Dazed Cloud. Now head back to North Corel and go back to the bridge. Follow the path to the end to stop the train and get the huge materia. Now it's off to Fort Condor to find the second huge materia. Start by talking to the old man at the table. Then talk to another man at the top. When you take command of the army, just keep placing the regular soldiers as close to the battle as possible, forcing your enemies to the bottom. This is the cheapest and easiest way to defeat them. Then see the old man for the orb. Now it's time to get your old friend Cloud back. Head back to the Chocobo farm and buy the Mimic greens, then go back to Medill to feed the white Chocobo in the shop.
Oh, he likes it when you pet him.
Knock on the door in the weapon shop, then pick up the key on the platform in the back. Try the key on the door. If you get caught, be honest and you will be rewarded. Then go get Cloud and Tifa from the hospital. Head back to Junin and find the submarine at the airbase. Talk to the soldier, then go to this passage. Make sure to pick up the items by the sub before boarding. The object here is to destroy the red sub before the time runs out. Repeat the battle until you win, or you won't get the sub. Now pick up the huge materia from the rocket using this code. Find the sub and submerge to get some cool stuff. Take the wise man with you to Shell Village and use the key on the crystal. Wait near the shore of Midgar where you will meet the fleeing weapon monster. Catch up with him in the crater and fight it out. Next, check out the crater on the frozen continent. Then head to Midgar to begin the final battles of Disc 2. Okay, we've made it to Disc 3. You're almost there. Now would be a good time to get into some Chocobo breeding. Breeding these little critters can be a lot of fun, but you don't actually have to breed them to finish the game. But if you want the coolest, wickedest summon spell in the whole game, then it's time to do some dirty work. So follow me. First, you need to rent 6 stalls at the farm. Next, walk on the Chocobo tracks by the gold saucer. Here you will find the walking Chocobos. You need a male and a female. So win 4 of them and check them out at the farm. Pass on the lame and standing ones, and set the rest free. You now need to do the same thing with the running variety, which can be found by the old Medill village. Once you have 4 Chocobos, 2 walking and 2 running of the opposite sex, buy some food from the Chocobo Sage on the northern continent. Make sure to feed your Chocobos, then race them to the A class. Equip your dudes with the steel orb, and pick a fight outside of Chocobo Sage's house. When you see the red monsters, steal their carob nuts until you have 3 of them. Now it's time for the breeding, so save now in case you have problems. First mate the male walking and the female running, then the other 2. You should end up with a green and a blue Chocobo. These need to be opposite sexes because you're going to mate them. It's random, so if it doesn't work for you, reset the game and try again. Hey, it's genetics, what do you expect? They need some time to reach breeding age, so race them to the S-Class. Then, using your last carob nut, breed the green and the blue until you get a black chocoboo. There are a ton of places that the black chocoboo can bring you, so take some time to travel and pick up some new stuff. Then head up north and pick up a dashing yellow chocoboo that's the opposite sex of your black one up north. Chat with the girl in the corner to race your black one at the gold saucer until you reach the S-Class. Stuff them with chocoboo sage's greens to get them speedy. Then steal some Zeo nuts from the goblins up north. Use it to breed your black and dashing chocoboo. This will get you the precious golden chocoboo, which you can ride to get the awesome Knights of the Round Orb. Also, try racing this bugger, he rocks. Now, we're going to buff up for the final battle. First, get Cloud's Ultima weapon by defeating the air weapon 4 or 5 times. You may have to bump him a few times before he'll stop. Then you can fight him. Next, head back to Cosmo Canyon and talk to the dying old man to get Red 13's best weapon. With a gem from the sunken plain, go to the caves in Yuffie's village and put out the fires for even more items. Now head up north to the big guy. This one I'm going to leave up to you.
So, game break. What do you think? How'd I do?
Not too bad, but you didn't cover the final battle.
Hey, you have to leave some to the imagination. Besides, now that I have the Knights of the Round Orb, I don't think it'll be too much trouble.
And when will you learn? This is just the beginning.
What?
Now I'm going to make it a little bit challenging for you.
Huh?
Let's see you deal with this.
I need to go just as bad as you. What I had this morning, I don't even want to say to you. Kick, punch, turn, and chop the door.
Kick, punch, turn, and chop the door. Crack, break, fix the door, you know. I gotta go, so yes, open up, you know. Crack, break, fix the door, you know. I gotta go, so yes, open up, you know. It's all yours.